Hi, it's Doug Prentice from Stress For You, and I hope this finds you well. Today I'm going to talk a bit about stress, specifically stress symptoms in men. I'm going to give you some ideas about how to broach the subject with your mates. You know how it is. You know you're stressed to the max, and know that you'll burst if you can't get it off your chest. Or you can see that your buddy is so stressed out and you'd like to help him. But what do? How do you approach the subject without causing embarrassment to both of you? It's not that difficult, and it will help you avoid the "you look stressed, mate. Who me? I'm not stressed" conversation. But before we get to that, we need to address just what is stress. Stress is normal. It's exactly what we feel when we experience a sudden change in our situation and find it tough to handle. Adrenaline rushes through your body, your heart rate increases, and it boosts your mental and physical awareness. You feel really sweaty and tingly, as well as getting butterflies in your stomach. This response, often described as fight or flight, was equally extremely useful to our ancestors facing physical dangers such as volcanoes or saber-toothed tigers. Today's dangers are usually much less severe, but pop up even more regularly. The difficulty is that stress-driven hormones such as adrenaline as well as cortisol are damaging when we don't actually require them. In time, they could harm both your immune system and your heart while reducing both your physical and mental well-being. This suggests it's neither healthy nor balanced or useful to go into fight or flight mode every few minutes. It's much easier and also much healthier to respond in a less reactive way. But just how do you do that? Well, if we can identify how we feel and exactly what has triggered the feeling, we could react in a much smarter fashion. Too much stress can damage your body immune system as well as your heart, increase the possibility of significant health problems, reduce life expectancy, damage your sex life. So, why is understanding stress symptoms in men so important? Stress also causes mental health problems. 1 in 4 of us will probably have a mental health issue this year. 50% of all long-term absence from work is attributable to mental health problems. Not addressing mental health difficulties can lead to major problems. 3/4 of all those treated for clinical depression are women, yet 3/4 of all suicides are guys. Since depression is a major reason for taking one's own life, something doesn't add up. Is it us? Discussing stress is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's a sign of strength. What triggers stress? Right, here are a few of the typical root causes of stress today. Which of them rings bells for you? Job, unemployment, loans, grief, as well as various other situations like moving house, breaking up with a partner, new job, or children leaving home. Your well-being and mood, the weather, partners and buddies, as well as lack of them leaving you lonely. Family breakdown, sex as well as sexuality, drink and medication, addictions, being the subject of physical violence. Temporary ups and downs are normal. However, when you begin having ongoing issues in one or more of these areas, the stress will ratchet up. That's not due to the fact that you're weak. That's just because you're a typical male. You could react by getting the hell out, the flight reaction, and in some cases a brand new start may be just what you need. However, if you keep changing your employment, your buddies, relocating, it may be that it's not the situation that needs to alter, but your reaction to it. So, just what are stress symptoms in men? An unrelenting accumulation of pressure with no recovery period can result in damaging stress. The crucial point is to spot the warning signs while you still have time to do something about it. Typical signs are changes to your eating habits, mood swings, reduced self-esteem, really feeling stressful or anxious, bad sleeping habits, too much or too little, poor memory or forgetfulness, heavy drinking and or drug use, feeling truly fatigued and lacking energy, not communicating with friends and family, behaving out of character, lack of concentration and problems at work, finding the things that normally bring you joy no longer do, strange experiences, auditory or visual hallucinations. There might be other physical signs as well, like unexplained pains, bowel issues and the like. Now, here's the difficult bit for us guys, the big question. Exactly how do I discuss just how I'm feeling? Making a real connection with someone is truly a good feeling. Some of us try social media, but it has its limitations. And it's becoming increasingly accepted that social media can often make things worse. Often just talking a problem through with a close friend, or conversely a complete stranger, can make us feel a lot better. Look how many people benefit from the Samaritans organisation. It's nothing to do with being needy, but more that by just vocalising the issue, we can often see a solution that we could never get purely by thinking it over and over. Funnily enough, most of our problems are far from unique, and others have already solved them. Chatting to someone about what's bothering you doesn't have to be a big deal. Do it at the same time as you're working on something with the person you intend to talk to. Just chat away at the same time as you're doing it, whether it be washing up, tidying the house, gardening, or playing a computer game. Even if it barely involves talking, connecting with others as well as feeling part of something in any setting really feels good. Playing five-a-side, in the pub, or undersea knitting. Meet new people through a neighbourhood club or an internet meetup, especially if social media sites are a big part of your life. First, be honest with yourself, specifically if you regularly have anger issues or feel disrespected. Having done that, if you can, discover somebody else you can be open with. It doesn't have to be someone you know or are related to. Feeling uneasy in your own skin won't go away or get better of its own accord. Most likely it will become worse. Outdated ideas of just what a man should be doesn't make it any easier to speak frankly. Many men won't even ask for directions because it makes them look less than capable. Yet being silent isn't a sign of being strong. Silence is the easy way out. You just don't open your mouth. Honesty is real strength. You are who you are. Get used to it. If you're not hurting yourself or other people, just what's wrong with being yourself? It may not be what you think society demands of you, but so what? Check out this book, Alone, the Badass Psychology of People Who Like Being Alone, by Bella Di Paolo, PhD. Now, another tough bit for us guys. Exactly how do I speak to a mate who's having issues? If you think a friend is bottling something up, as I said before, there's an easy method to approach it. Doing something together. Tell him you need a hand. Feeling wanted makes us all feel so much better. Conversation isn't necessarily needed. But if you do want to talk, doing something together makes it easier. Open yourself up. If you think he has issues at work, start talking about your own job problems. Try to sound genuine, take it seriously, yet don't make a big deal of it. Ask, just how's it going? Touch base more often than you usually do, by text or email. Doing things together is as good as a chat. Allow your buddy to see that you recognise he's still the same guy. Talk, swap stories. Don't get involved in tricky issues if they surface. You don't have to find an answer or know it all. You just need to listen. Be there. Ask if you can help with anything. When should you see a doctor? If it's making you or your mate unwell, it would be a good idea to get help right away. You can speak with your doctor or one of the nurses at the surgery, the health and well-being nurse at work, if there is one, or a stress counsellor. You definitely do need to get in touch with a suitably qualified practitioner if you are depressed due to stress, or if stress is making you feel very anxious or in danger of bringing on panic attacks. To recap, we've had a look at what stress symptoms in men are, what causes them, and how to approach it if it's bothering you or a close buddy. But sometimes there's not always someone there to help. You may be away with work or just moved to a new town. But don't despair. Many people have found relief with mindfulness. Once learned, it's a technique that's always there for you. If you'd like to find out more for yourself, just click the link below to get my free mindfulness course. Audio, video and ebook. Yes, like I said, it's all free. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more like this. Thanks, bye now.